joining us once again in our series on heartbeat music lullabies. And I am here with Mr. Terry Woodford, who is the music therapy's expert and has years and years of experience and a very successful history in record producing and songwriting. And then at one point in his career, he made a career change, and he started producing lullabies, special, unique lullabies that have been very successful over the years in calming, quieting fussing babies and helping babies fall asleep quickly and sleep through the night. So you know, Terry, I am very familiar with lullabies, as probably everybody is watching this video, and my thinking would be is why couldn't I just take a few lullabies and sing them and make a recording and put them in the baby's room and play them and see what happens. What makes your lullabies so unique, and why are they so effective?
Well, I think you're right. I think that these particular songs that I chose to record have been around for 200, 300, 400 years. And they've been calming babies, and they've been sung by mamas who weren't good singers because the babies were responding to the compassion in the mama's voice. And the songs were very simple and very repetitive, and of course the lyrics didn't mean a whole lot unless you knew the origin of the songs. And so what makes these different, I think, is that number one, they work and they work quick. But when I decided to record the lullabies as a favor to a daycare provider, I decided to use the human heart recorded from the chest as the rhythm, and found out that it was a real technical challenge to get that heartbeat to beat in tempo. And it was also very difficult to record it, because when you're trying to record a heartbeat, you're picking up other body sounds that go on. You know, the person had to hold their breath. I don't want to breathe, and the breathing's as loud as a heartbeat. Okay. And there's other stomach growls and all. You'd be amazed at all the things you can hear when you put a microphone on somebody's chest. And so once you got the rhythm, and once you got the heartbeat, and at that time there weren't digital samplers, so it had to be recorded one beat at a time and spaced in one beat. And of course, of the different songs that ended up being 27 different songs over a period of time, they were different tempos, and you wanted to make sure to use the human heartbeat while it was at rest, the adult human heartbeat. So
it wasn't just...
Yes, it's not going to get the baby all fired up. Your mom's excited. And so then, what you did is you overdubbed one instrument at a time, the keyboard to the heartbeat. And when you have a sophisticated recording studio, even back then, which was almost 25 years ago, you could record it and get it perfect. And then you'd record another instrument. And if you didn't like certain things about it, you could fix the little parts, or you could not use it. And so eventually, after a period of time, you're going to have the instrumentation you want. And you want to keep it very simple and very non-dynamic, but not boring. You don't want it to be boring. And so there was a few tricks that you use in arrangements and so forth to keep it interesting and not be boring, but not be stimulating or exciting. The other problem I ran into was the singers. These studio singers, and some famous, even though we don't identify them on the CDs, because it wasn't to bring the attention to them, but to the music. It was hard for them to sing to deliver the emotion of compassion. They're not asked to do that, you know what I mean? And I don't mean Italian compassion.
Sure.
Just sing very tenderly, very softly, and sing like you were singing to a baby. So a lot of the singers would have little dolls in their hands, and we'd turn the lights down.
Create the mood for them, huh?
Sing to the baby. And some couldn't do it. It's so tempting for a singer, knowing that this recording is going to be out to the public to show their stuff, to put their licks in. And the idea was to sing very straight ahead, not to have an identifiable voice necessarily, because mamas are going to sing along with you. So keep it very simple and very straight for them to sing along. So
I can see where that'd be very challenging.
It took, the total for the first 10 songs took around 1,700 hours in the recording studio.
Oh my goodness, to record.
Then, after we had 5, I thought, well, enough is enough. I've spent a lot of time on this. Does it even work? You
went into this not knowing.
No, of course I figured lullabies would work. It's like you say, well, wouldn't my lullabies work? Yeah, they surely would, unless you're just really terrible and squawky.
Yeah.
But what I did is I gave it to some friends, and my friends all said it worked, but I thought, they'd probably say that anyway, And then I had it tested at Helen Keller Hospital in Alabama in the newborn nursery, and they found that 94% of crying babies would stop crying in less than 2 minutes.
Oh,
And
my
I thought, well,
goodness.
that's cool. You know, that's an A.
That's excellent.
But I also thought, don't all babies cry in newborn nurseries? What's the big deal? You know. So I still didn't pursue it much. And then I got a call from the cardiac recovery unit at the University of Alabama in Birmingham, and they had gotten a hold of one, and they said they wanted to talk about this music, and could I come down there and talk with them about it. And so I was invited in there, saw babies cut from the neck to their belly button, almost passed out. It was so intimidating and so humbling to see these nurses scurrying around and little babies laying there, you know, cut. And they were excited. They wanted to show me how it worked. And so they showed me the heart monitor, and this little baby's heartbeat was about 200 beats a minute, and it was upset. And they started playing music, and in about 15 seconds the heart rate started coming down, and they were really excited, and I was scared.
Oh.
I thought, I didn't do that. I didn't know that existed, and I really believed that I could feel the presence of God in that room, and that God had some plans for me to make music that was really going to be beneficial to people as opposed to the music I'd made up to that point.
He sure did. He had big plans for you.
So that's how it came about, and I got out of the music industry and started learning as much as I could about how these worked, why they worked, and how to make more of them to help people and help kids.
Wow. Okay, well, thank you so much. You know, this music can work for your baby as well. We'd like for you to go to our website now, Heartbeat Music Lullabies, and there you can find a free downloadable lullaby for yourself. You can download it now, and you can have it playing for your baby in just moments. And literally in seconds, your baby will begin to quiet down and be much more at rest and at peace, and possibly sleep through the night for the first time.